What's up, everybody? Kevin here. Oh my god. If you can't like the video, if you're a hardcore Xbox guy, maybe not, because what I saw was just, man, Xbox just doesn't get it. They just don't understand. They don't. They don't. They try. You know that friend or just that person that they try hard, they mean well, but they just keep fucking up? That's Xbox. I hate to say it, that's Xbox. My last video, I said, if Xbox blows me away like they've been hyping it up to be, hyping the show up to be, I will not go pick up the PC that I have at Best Buy that I bought a couple days ago. After what I've just saw, after I record this video, throw it up on YouTube's, I'm picking up my PC, and that's it. That's my next generation console, a PC. Because, wow. PlayStation 5 is going to be underpowered. Series X is going to have the power, but just that whole ecosystem, and the people are running it. I mean, as much as Phil Spencer has done great work, I don't know, they need the Sony guys. Sean Layden, I don't know what he's doing. If I'm Microsoft, I get Sean Layden and Reggie Fils-Aimé. Bring them over to Microsoft and let's write this shit, because what I saw here it wasn't good, guys. It just wasn't good. But starting off, I'm just going to go through each game that I saw. I don't know if this is the right order or not. But right away, my show winner started in the pre-show. The biggest announcement for me was Dragon Quest XI S, which is a definitive version. The most important part of that, it has speed-up battles. Huge quality of life improvement over the regular game. That's coming to Xbox. And not only coming to Xbox, it's coming to Game Pass. And I do believe it's coming elsewhere, so like PS4 and Steam. And they're going to charge $60 for it. So, wow. Not only are you getting one of the greatest JRPGs ever, but it's free on Game Pass. That was a huge win for me. I loved it. I was just like, wow. I mean, Xbox is definitely making strides in the Japanese market, but really, if you break it down, it's just Square Enix and Sega with Phantasy Star Online 2 and the Yakuza games. And they've always had Final Fantasy. Then they just got, what's that game? Kingdom Hearts. And now Dragon Quest XI. But it's just two studios. They need like all types of Japanese studios. Like the Atelier games, those like Neptunia games, Hyperdimension games. They make a shit ton of games besides that, and among many others. And Nihon Falcom, again, get those games. Legend of Heroes, that series is going to blow the fuck up this generation. But it's going to be on PC, PS4, and Switch, or PS5. And not on Xbox, so they need to do better there. But Dragon Quest XI, huge get. I was very excited. Such a great game. Next up is Exomecha. This game looked really cool. It looked very next gen. Again, it kind of reminded me of Bright Memory Infinite of the last, where it's just gun gameplay, looks very next gen, high frame rates. Don't know what the fuck it was, but it looked very cool. Next up, Echo Generation. That was like some kiddie-looking game. Looked sort of cool. But then we got Hello Neighbor 2. Don't care for Hello Neighbor, but I guess that's cool if you're into that. Then Balan Wonderland. That's like that Square Enix studio. Little platformer. I was putting a pizza in the oven, so I didn't see much of it. Then we got to the main show here, which, oh boy. Oh boy. Let's get started. They started off with Halo Infinite. I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be great. Because we knew Halo Infinite was coming, and I was gonna be let down just, after they show all the games. It's like, all right, here's a Halo Infinite part. Even though I'm excited to see it. And I gotta say, it looks good. It looks very good. The facial animations, nowhere on par with Sony's. But they did show gameplay. Obviously, this is like their very first time showing gameplay, because They got someone like me to do the gameplay. A lot of miss hits, like dude threw a grenade and didn't blow anybody up. So he threw it way off. A couple melee strikes that didn't hit. Sony would probably fire the guy if that happened over on PlayStation side. But good on them. It looked like Halo. I think a lot of people probably let down, and that's probably why Xbox and many studios don't want to show gameplay, just because, yeah, it looks very mid. You just got to actually have the controller in your hand. As much as we want gameplay, we want to see gameplay, it's still not going to be actually playing the damn game. So, cool. I mean, look good. That was kind of their big showpiece, and they just got that right out of the way, which excited me because I'm like, holy crap, what are they going to show next? And then they go into State of Decay 3. Kind of reminds me how Resident Evil Village, with werewolves and snow and all that shit. So they're going in that direction. Appears to be better, look better than State of Decay 2. But I don't care for these games. No gameplay. Right? So we just got all the gameplay out of the way with Halo Infinite. From here going forward, we're not going to see much gameplay. And they learned nothing. The only thing they learned is don't have ISIS cameras. Like you're in an ISIS cave, Aaron Greenberg. Props to you, but when we yelled at the gameplay event back in May and they apologized for not showing gameplay, we weren't going to get anything. And again, a lot of these games are so far out. It's just, can you really blame them? Can you really blame Xbox? These are just the games that are going to come out, and this is what they can show. Xbox themselves don't make the games, but their studios do, and I feel like they should have had something a little more. Let's keep going. We got Forza Motorsport. Again, no gameplay. It's a Forza game. Those come out all the time. Look good. Rate high. So, Darkside Phil went live. Let's see his reaction. Next up, Everwild. Look cool. No gameplay. It's from Rare. Tell me why. That looks like trash. Emotional. I'm on my period, the video game. Tell me why. That's sexist, but come on. I don't know why Xbox likes this studio so much. But yeah, Game Pass filler. When people say Game Pass filler, tell me why is definitely that. Then we got an update for Ori Will the Wisps. That's going to be 120 frames per second. Awesome. Awesome on console. You can do it on PC right now. That's cool. Outer Worlds, again. This is a game that already came out, but we're getting DLC. Peril on Gorgon. Looked very cool. I still need to play and beat Outer Worlds, so I probably will do that. But yeah, awesome. Grounded had probably the funniest trailer. If you're waiting for the biggest game, wait for Cyberpunk 2077. And if you want the smallest game, Grounded. That was funny. This game kind of, I don't know. People gave it a lot of shit, but I think a lot of people are coming around to it. I feel like it's going to be one of those, not on a Minecraft level, nowhere near on a Minecraft level, but I'm getting kind of Sea of Thieves vibes. I feel like a few years from now, we're like, oh, Grounded. #1 game on Twitch today. Crazy. Then Obsidian showed their new RPG Avowed, which looked like Skyrim. Cool. They did a huge gameplay fuck you, because it started like he got the sword in his hand. He's doing some stupid magic thing with his other hand. And I'm like, oh shit, we're getting gameplay, and then it just cuts. But yeah, that game's probably far off. Looking forward to it. Next up, as Dusk Falls. I don't even remember that game. Do you remember that game? I don't remember that game. Then we had a developer from Hellblade 2. Yesterday I said, I don't want to hear from developers, and we got a lot of that. Again, Xbox just doesn't learn. They're just not interested. They don't add anything. If they have information, you can just put it like in the corner of the screen, 120 FPS, 4K HDR. But Hellblade 2, I mean, they didn't show anything. Just that, oh, we got an online diary. Because, like, dude, we want to play games. We don't want to read your fucking diary. God damn it. Stop it with these diaries. No one gives a fuck. Hellblade 2, nothing. Nothing. Psychonauts 2. So they did something really fucked up here. Really fucked up, I thought. So, what's that game? Looking at my dog like she knows what that game is. That Jack Black game? Full Metal? Heavy Metal? I don't know what it was. But there's that Jack Black game that came on 360, I think on PS3. And everyone loves that game. It's really, really a great game. It has like Ozzy and all these metal people in it. Metal people. And I thought, like, holy shit, they're going to do a remaster of that game? Are they going to bring number 2? But no, he's doing, like, the song for Psychonauts 2, which looked good. Psychonauts 2 looked good. We got a little bit of gameplay there. Cool. Cool. Be nice to know what else they're working on. But, again, we still need Psychonauts 2 before we get the next game. And, yeah, look good. And Destiny 2 Game Pass. Again, all these games are coming to Game Pass. When Phil mentioned that earlier, I'm just like, great. We're not going to see any like third party or any. We're just going to see Xbox Studio games. This is just what we saw in a couple of their second party or third party titles that are coming to Game Pass, which is what we got. Destiny 2 is coming to Game Pass, which cool. I mean, I stopped playing Destiny 2. Really nice to see that game kind of just stick around. And I gotta say, like, when Destiny 2 came up, I kind of had that nostalgic feel that I had for Halo, but I didn't have it for Halo Infinite. It's just like, oh, Destiny 2, Bungie, on a Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft. I think they've been doing, like, PlayStation. So, back in a Microsoft presentation, and that just kind of got me in the feels a little bit. But it was Destiny 2. All the DLC, all coming to Game Pass. That's pretty awesome. Yep, Fable's coming back. We'll get to that in a second. Warhammer Dark Side. Okay. Game looked like trash, but if you're a Warhammer fan, that might be for you. Tetris Effect Connected. Looked like a multiplayer Tetris Effect. Don't give a shit. The Gunk. From SteamWorld. So I thought this was going to be like a SteamWorld Dig type game. It might be, but it's called The Gunk. So it's really cool to see that studio evolve. Yeah, it looked neat. Not my type of game. Then I gotta say, the Medium. They showed the Medium next. That game actually looks pretty cool. Now it's from the team that did that Blair Witch and that Layers of Fear. So I don't expect much from this team. But this game looks like they're headed in the right direction. Hopefully it's just a nice little horror game that rounds out the Series X launch, which I do gotta say the Series X launch is looking way better than PS5's. Just on games alone, we're not even including Game Pass, which all these games are coming to Game Pass, but Yakuza, Halo Infinite, The Medium, what else? Then we got DLC for Phantasy Star Online 2 called New Genesis, I think it is. Look cool. I mean, again, really great that Phil is trying to get these Japanese games on Xbox, but it just ain't happening. It just ain't happening. You're bringing in an old game, got DLC. I don't know how well that's doing. Haven't heard anything about the launch. But, I think they got Phantasy Star Online 2 as they needed their Final Fantasy 14, which I hear is eventually coming to Xbox, but so far we got Phantasy Star Online 2. Then we got Crossfire X, this game they showed a few times. Remedy's doing the single player. Don't care. Then the game I was hoping that they would show, and they did, but it was a very Kind of an Elder Scrolls 6 type reveal, though with a funny, little fairy getting eaten by a frog. But they finally showed Fable. I'm excited for it. Playground, who does the Forza Horizon games, is making this game. Boop. Is it still recording? Cool. Fable. See, this is when I was supposed to wake up. So I've been up for a couple hours already. But Fable, I don't know. See, here's the thing. They showed a game I'm really excited for, but nothing. Just nothing. Just, here's Fable. It's coming. Cool. Don't know when we'll see that. Don't know when we'll see most of these games. Like Hellblade 2, Avowed, Psychonauts 2. Did I go for Stalker 2? Stalker 2, really popular PC game. Coming exclusively, it's an exclusive launch title, time launch, I think, to the Series X. That's very interesting. No gameplay on that. But back to Fable, it was there. We knew it was going to happen. It's just very underwhelming. Yeah, I mean, that really wraps it up. I don't know if it was because of the COVID or anything, but Microsoft I think they just laid a giant turd. I am not looking forward to really anything here besides Fable. Halo Infinite a little bit, but I've kind of fallen off Halo. I'm sure Avowed looked cool. Outer Worlds DLC. The Gunk. No. But yeah, they didn't really show me anything, and this was way overhyped. Xbox really did overhype it a lot, especially this last week. But yeah. I mean, it just feels like Xbox tries to do the right thing, and they just can't do it. They just can't do it. And I mean, it really cements me buying a Series X. I probably still will, but that ecosystem, I don't know. I think, I take a step back. They just want to go all in on Game Pass. That's where everything's going. I wouldn't be surprised by the end of this generation that Xbox only exists in Game Pass, and eventually probably see it transfer over to the Switch, transfer over to PlayStation. Will have its own trophies and not achievements. So I think that's the way it's going. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. I just think I gave the PS5 event a 6 out of 10. This I got to give a 4 out of 10. I really do. They delivered on Halo Infinite. Everything else was just boring. I mean, I don't think I learned anything new besides the Dragon Quest XI coming to Xbox. That was a bit of a surprise. But yeah, man. Usually I watch everyone's reaction to an event like this, like I did with Sony's. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just bored. I don't want to watch this 5 or 6 times. But now we can actually move on into the next generation. Give it to Xbox. They still got another event coming. Still know nothing about the price, pre-orders, or the Series S. I do feel that's coming. But what else is coming is my PC, because PlayStation 5, Series X, as big of a powerful improvement that they made, PC is the way to go, guys. Most games from PlayStation and Xbox will go there. And they don't have events. They have the PC Gaming Show, which is intended to be just kind of boring nonsense. It really is just a laid-back, boring nonsense show that is not overhyped and underdelivered. I think the PC show won this year. I really do. The PC game show won this year, just with Persona 4 Golden, Torchlight 3. I still need to play that. There you have it. I'm done talking. I will talk to you next time. Later.